Hello, welcome back to Buckle Up. My name is Rob Wilson.
And I'm Harry King, and this is the new facelifted Mk8 Golf. So let's see what's changed.
Right, let's start at the front and see what changes have happened here. So the first thing I'll point out are the new IQ lights that VW do. So they've changed the daytime running light positions and made the lights better.
Yes, so the light bar is flatter to make
Yeah.
it look sportier, and this illuminates now.
It does, yeah, the badge illuminates, so you can see you've got a VW even at night.
You've also got a new grille that brings us in line with the new Passat, and I don't know if you've noticed, but all VWs smile at you now. It's part of the car looking friendlier and more welcoming, I guess.
It's a nice touch.
It is a nice touch.
But let's go and see what's going on at the side. Well, there have been a few changes here as well, Harry, because we've got these lovely new wheels.
Yes, there's a whole new range of things that you can now get on the Golf. Now it's reached its half-life facelift. So there's also 3 new colours, Rob.
Ooh.
And there's a whole range of trims.
Yeah.
They brought back the match.
Yes, we like the match.
But this isn't a match, is it, Rob?
No, this is an R line, as is designated by this rather fancy R badge. It's
Lovely.
actually the R badge straight off the R cars.
It is the R badge straight off the R
So you
cars.
could fool your friends.
But don't be fooled, this is not an R, this is an R line.
Yes.
Shall we look at it R arse?
Yes, let's go and look at its R's. So, this looks very familiar, doesn't it?
Yes, I've not changed a huge deal about the back, really.
No, it's basically just new IQ lights here in the back as well, and then they've done this lattice work. It's like an upper market pastry here on the diffuser.
From a Gales?
Yes, from a Gales.
To match the front.
Yes, so that's basically the only changes to the back, but the boot
Is also broadly the same.
it is the same.
380 litres.
Yes.
Lots of handy practical things though. This is a VW. They've been doing this for 50 years, let's not forget that.
Yep.
So this drops away, false floor if you need more space, or the storage space underneath it, should you want that.
Yep.
There's through loading if you're a skiist. And this one comes with a tow bar, Rob.
Oh, can I press the button?
Yeah, you pop it out.
Oh, there we go, watch yourself. A tow bar. How much can it tow?
Depending on your trim and engine level, you can tow up to 1,600 kgs braked with a Golf.
That's pretty good.
Obviously hybrids and petrols, probably not quite as much, but
No, because there's still a diesel option.
there is still a diesel option.
So
if you have a small caravan,
yeah,
consider a Golf.
there you go.
Do I just pull this again?
Well, I assume so. There
There we go.
Fantastic. Right, shall we go and sit in the back?
Let's get in. So here in the back, I am sat behind a seat in Rob's driving position. He is 6'1" or 188 centimetres. I'm 5'11" or 180 centimetres. And as you can see, there's not quite enough room for 2 people of those heights, one behind the other. I can no, it's not comfortable. My legs are against the chair in front. This leg's against the door, and my head does just touch the roof on this right-hand side. But if you have a shorter driver, you could slouch a little bit. There's actually a decent amount of space back here for what isn't a terribly large car on the road. And when you look at it, has a surprisingly low roofline. Comfort technology back here. I've got seat back pockets, 3 on each seat. There's the 2 high-level ones and a lower one. I've got a climate control area here. That's obviously trim specific. And 2 USB-Cs down there. On the door, I have a door pocket, which would be large enough for a bottle of water. And obviously, I do have a centre armrest with cup holders in it. That's very handy indeed. And you're through loading if you need that. 3 adults would be a push in here. The centre seat is quite narrow and raised, and there's quite a large transmission tunnel. But for 2 adults, I think it would actually be all right. I suspect it will be better in the front, but I'll let Rob tell you about that.
Okay, here in the front is where most of the stuff has been changed because, if we're being honest, it needed it. We've now got, thanks to VW owners and journalists, physical buttons back on the steering wheel. Gone are the haptic buttons of doom and the annoyingness. This is much better. I'm not going to accidentally hit one of these buttons while I'm holding the steering wheel. That is a marked improvement over the old car. I've still got a digital display here in front of me, and that's showing me my speed and all of my safety stuff on there, nice and easy. This is the new big 12.9-inch screen, which has been borrowed from the new Tiguan and new Passat, and that means that it actually works now, and it's got some upgrades like illuminated heater controls here at the bottom, so you can actually use it at night time. You've got a menu bar at the bottom which permanently has shortcuts to your heated seat functions. You don't have to go into a climate menu and then find them. A massive improvement. Then down below, you've still got your shortcut buttons for the assist systems, climate, drive modes, that sort of stuff. Below that, we've got your phone stuff. So we've got 2 USB-C connection points and a phone charger as well, so you can rest your phone on there. This one is a manual, so we've got a 6-speed here in the middle, along with your start button, automatic handbrake and auto hold buttons. We've got some cup holders here, one of which is smaller than the other, but the other one has one of those buttons I can press, and then that encloses the cup in there and keeps it nice and sturdy. There's also your 12-volt socket here as well, so if you want additional charging, you can do so there. And then I've got a little armrest with another little cubby inside it. Not a huge amount of space, but probably big enough for a small box of tissues or something like that. Glove box, well, it's full size, and even with the manual in it, it doesn't take up that much room, so that is nice to see as well. Door pockets are absolutely massive, and they're felt lined, so stuff won't rattle around too much. But there have been some updates to the materials in here. There's new dash materials. This feels nicer. The seats have got new stitching and blue piping on this R-Line model. So there's been definite improvements up here. And now, well, I'm saying now, you've always had this, but the R-Line's got this nice little sunroof as well. So I think what we should do now is go out and drive it, see if it's any different.
Okay, Rob, so here we are driving the new 8.5 Golf.
Yeah. What's your initial impressions?
I like the fact it's got a manual. That's my initial impressions, Rob.
How is it to use?
You know what? It's better than I remember them being.
I think they've definitely done some improvements, because I remember them being quite notchy. It's been a while since I've driven a VW with a manual.
There's a bit more weight to the centre spring as well, I think.
Could just be because this is brand new.
Could be because this is brand new. Yeah, I mean, the manual won't be on sale for long. VW is going auto only.
Yeah.
But you will be very briefly be able to buy this car with a manual.
So while you can,
do it.
Do it. Get one.
Now in here we have the 1.5 litre Evo engine.
Evo 2.
Yeah. Making 150 PS.
Yeah. This is the interesting thing about what VW are doing at the minute, is we've got a car that's available with basically 4 different types of drivetrain.
Yes.
And power. So we've got, normal petrol.
Yep.
TSI,
yes.
Which is a 2 litre 204 PS, which is the engine straight out of the Polo GTI.
Yeah.
And then we've got E-TSI,
yes,
which is mild hybrid petrolness. Then we've got plug-in hybrids, and then for this Mk8.5, they've done a lot of work on the battery part of the plug-in hybrid.
Yes.
So they've more than doubled the range, and it can now charge AC and DC, which it couldn't previously.
And so faster AC charging.
Exactly. So that'll make it much, much faster to charge at home, as well as if you wanted to stop at a motorway services or whatever and do that. And then diesel, as we've mentioned, is still an option. So you can still get a 2 litre diesel engine with either 115 or 150 PS.
Yeah.
So there's many, many different options. And that's what I like about how VW do their lineup, because it's the same in the new Passat and the new Tiguan. It's that option of choice, I think, has gone away from a lot of manufacturers as we moved, you're hustling now, as we move towards electrification. A lot of manufacturers seem to be jumping the gun, I think.
Yeah.
On, well, you can only get it with a hybrid, or you can only get it with a petrol. We're not doing diesel anymore.
Yeah.
But VW still offering that.
Yeah, yes. And that is really good. And then also, if you want a full electric Golf, you can have an ID3 at the moment.
and the Golf name is confirmed to live on past this 8th generation car. So the way things are going, I believe that the 9th generation will be ID-ified.
Yes.
But it'll still be called a Golf.
Yes.
Which is good, because as we've said, it's the 50th birthday of the Golf this year. They've sold 37 million of the damn things. So, you know, it would be stupid, really, to get rid of the Golf nameplate when it's so synonymous. You know, the word icon is overused, but it is, really. Everyone has probably got some story with a Golf in their life. Someone owned one in their family, their friends have one, whatever. You know, it's the same with the Mini. It's that Mini thing of like.
Yes, but also this is
a
fully international car as well.
Oh yeah, it's sold all over the place.
It's got a chunky little steering wheel.
Well, this is an R-Line, so that's got the perforated leather.
Yes.
Are you going to test
I'm going to drop a cog.
Actelevathan? My face hurts.
Whee! That's all right, you know, Rob.
Well, the Golf's always been good to drive.
Yeah.
Because ultimately they're basing the GTI and R versions on the same chassis. And this is now the MQB Evo platform.
Yeah, it's confusing because they use Evo for engines and for platforms.
Yes, so now this is the same platform as the new Tiguan and new Passat.
Yes.
But they've condensed it.
And it's the new 4th generation infotainment.
Yes, which I was saying earlier now works, seemingly. Because I think that VW themselves are calling this the enhanced Mark 8, which what they actually should have called it is the fixed Mark 8, because I think anyone who's got one or has spent any time in one knows that was not good in the last car. Are you testing out the driver aids?
Yes. Radar cruise in a manual, which is not a given on certain brands.
No, but VW always have done.
Yes.
I like that.
Because they trust you.
Yes, they do.
To change gear.
And have you accidentally...
I'm getting a 300 mpg. Sorry, what?
Have you accidentally turned your heated steering wheel on yet?
No, but it's
because
there.
It's a proper button.
It is, yes.
Unlike the old car where you consistently did that.
Also, interestingly, in my MPG live consumption gauge under the rev counter, it's telling me when the engine goes into 2-cylinder mode.
Ah, yes, because this has the active cylinder deactivation that VW Group have, so halves the size of the engine, basically.
Yeah.
Save you fuel. Very clever.
Very clever.
Very clever car.
And so quiet.
It's very quiet and comfortable. These seats are good, aren't they? These are the R-Line seats.
Yes.
So it's a one-piece bucket sort of thing.
But it's nice and soft on the headrest, and the headrest is in the right place.
Yeah, even I fit in these seats. I'm not going to say it's a nice place to be, because I would be shot.
Yeah.
But it's a nice place to be, isn't it?
It's, Rob, it's all the car you ever need.
Well, yeah.
I mean, that's the endless cry of the motoring journalist is, why doesn't everyone just buy a Golf?
Yeah, it does sort of do everything, doesn't it?
This one, with this engine, I mean, obviously you can get the 200 PS one, which would probably be my preference.
Yeah.
But there's plenty of power. It's fast enough. It's quiet. It's economical. Running 2 cylinders. There's plenty of space for 2 adults in the front. How often are you travelling with more than 2 adults in the car? Probably not that often.
And if you've got kids will be fine.
Kids are fine in the back. The boot's big enough.
Yeah. You got the Isofix. You've got Isofix on this front passenger seat as well. So if you've got a little babber, you can have them up front.
Turn the
passenger airbag off.
Yeah, that's the one. With the words and the talking.
Yes. The old Mark 8 was not a bad car.
No.
It was a good car that was let down badly by
elements of the cabin.
Now they fixed those. It's now back up in the, okay, the Golf's an actual option now.
Yeah. And you know what, Rob? It's not bonging or booping or trying to steer for me.
No, because some of these safety assistance systems can be quite interfering.
Well, I think, Rob, let's pull over and swap drivers.
Okie doke.
And you can have a little spin.
Yeah. It's definitely got a nice chassis.
Yes.
As pretty much every Golf has done for a while now. And the gearbox is somehow better.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah. So we mentioned it's got 150 PS.
Yes.
It's also got 250 Newton meters of torque.
Correct.
So, what's the 0-60?
So, 0-62 in 8 seconds.
Okay, so that is quite sprightly then. For just a normal flavour
Yeah.
Golf. It's not a GTI or an R or anything. It's got the R styling. And it's got the proper R badging on it as well. And it's got the blue piping on the seats, which is something that's borrowed directly from the R.
I mean, it's get the look, isn't it?
It is get the look. But at fairly reasonable prices.
Yeah. Well, and there's so few things left. And a lot of the things that are left have been pared down to the bone to such an extent that they're actually not particularly exciting offerings anymore.
No. I mean, they haven't updated the Focus in forever.
No, and it's going away the end of next year.
The Astra is fine, but
Quite
the
expensive.
engines are lacking as well, I feel.
Yes, to get a good thing from Stellantis, you have to go heavy into electrification.
Yeah.
Kia and Hyundai, while they still make cars of this size, they've gone, people are only going to buy them if they're the right price, so they make 1 litre versions of them.
Yeah,
and that's kind of
and they're very old now. They've been on sale for a long time. The Ceed and the i30.
And then a lot of the other good stuff is based on this. Is there anywhere, Rob, that we think this could be improved?
Well, I mean, I'd still like physical climate buttons.
Yes.
Rather than having to do it on a scrolly thing.
Yes.
But,
slightly more buttons in the interior would be welcome.
Yeah. But
I think the price combined with the cabin levels of quality and luxury, they've got it right now.
Yep.
Because you could say, I mean, obviously in an ideal world, like every car should be as luxurious for a Rolls Royce and cost the same as a Dacia Sandero.
Yeah.
But that's not realistic.
No, it isn't.
The infotainment does now work.
Yep.
It's not the best system in the world, but it's a long way from being the worst.
Yep. But I think that's probably enough waffling.
That is probably enough waffle on from us two.
Yes.
Let's go back, Rob, and do a proper conclusion.
Yes, let's. Right then. The new Mk8 Golf. 8.5.
Yeah, 8.5. Facelift.
What do you think?
It's very good.
They fixed the fix.
They've fixed it, which means it's back being the go-to choice in class, I think.
I think so. The Stellantis cars, meh. Kia Hyundai, too old.
Well, I err on the side of Ford usually.
Yes, but
it's old and going away.
Yeah.
And I err on the side of Ford on the basis it would be more fun than this to drive.
But this is very good.
This is actually perfectly fun to drive.
Yeah.
It is all things to all people.
Just like the Golf should be.
Just like the Golf always has been.
It's back, baby.
It's back.
So thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a like. Comment down below and let us know your thoughts on the newly facelifted Golf. But most importantly, please do subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload.
If you go down into the description, you'll find all the links to all our social medias. You'll also find 2 ways you can support the channel. So we have channel merchandise, Rob. I don't know if you know about that.
No, I've never
Someone
worn
recently
any.
told me that you don't wear enough of it. So
no, well, no, yeah.
We'll get a
We'll
buckle
fix
up.
this.
We'll put one here.
Yeah, just a patch.
Just a patch. And then we also have channel memberships right here on YouTube. So if you'd like to do one or all of those things, we'd be very, very grateful. And otherwise, we'll see you next time.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.